What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and I thought, I want to talk about the Super Bowl a little bit, and I was like, what should I put around in the background? What should we talk about? And it was kind of something I actually said at the end of the terrible Super Bowl. I was like, you know what? We're kind of talking all night that LA didn't have fans, and it's about the Lakers, and there's probably more people that actually care about LeBron James coming back than they do anything about even if the Rams won the Super Bowl. So I was literally seeing after the horrible performance that Jared Goff put up, I legitimately made the argument. I was like, I don't think they could have done any worse. Maybe they would have done better if they just put like a supreme athlete like LeBron James in at quarterback. Very stupid, but I figure it's dumb enough to be the background for me kind of recapping the Super Bowl. And we're going to see, could this hypothetical LeBron James that we made win the Super Bowl for the Rams over the Patriots? Let's go. But I don't feel like editing, so right now we're just we're going to put 65 overall LeBron James. I think that's probably pretty generous, but maybe what his stats would be if he's QB. We're gonna do a lot of sim and stuff like that. We're just gonna come in on offense when need be. What a bad Super Bowl, everybody. I know, like a lot of you, I need to wake up. I need a big wake me up. As look like we got an insta touchdown already. 2 TDs already for the Rams with LeBron James in at QB. This Super Bowl was, I'm as big a fan of defense as the next guy. Like nice throwback football. That was terrible, man. There was some good defense, especially from the I actually think there was good defense. No great defense. We saw a lot of bad plays from the Patriots defense, saw a lot of bad plays from the Rams defense. But I think there was no big play. There was no real defining play. Even the interception that Stephon Gilmore got was pretty garbage. Just a terrible throw from Jared Goff. So I thought that was just a game of, a lot more sloppy play on the offense, lack of execution than it was great defense. But I just feel like at the end of the day, everyone knows my feeling on Goff and McVay. I think they're both overrated. I don't think they're bad. I'm not saying that, they're the worst that they got and they're just fake. They're imposters or anything like that. They're both good. But, everyone wants the new Sean McVay to be the new head coach, this and that. He's revolutionizing the league. And Jared Goff might be the best quarterback from that draft class, which I just, obviously, as an Eagle fan, I always scoff at. But we saw it all get exposed here tonight. I knew this was going to happen. I won at our Super Bowl party. Obviously, it wasn't the biggest draw, but we had everyone chip in $10, so we did like a kind of big old pick'em thing. And I won it because I knew what was going to happen in this Super Bowl. Bill Belichick, the superior coach, was going to expose McVay for what he is. And I'm not saying he's a fraud, but he's not that great of a head coach as people claim him to be. Like the way that people talk about him, they're acting like he's the next Bill Belichick. But that is simply not the case. Well, this Super Bowl was garbage, man. We didn't get to see, the superstars didn't play very well. Outside of Julian Edelman, and I actually called Sony Michel to be my MVP, and I actually won some decent money by betting on him having the type of game that he did. Gurley was non-existent. Goff didn't do much. We didn't see any of the exciting playmakers, anything that made the Rams a watchable team. We didn't get to see that today. We saw, Aaron Donald did nothing. I don't even recall Aaron Donald making a single play. Ndamukong Suh blew up. I think it was a Sony Michel run. That was about it. That is about all we saw in that game. I actually kind of feel like that was unacceptable. That was the worst. And on top of that, all Super Bowl halftime show was absolutely garbage. We saw some of the worst the best commercial that aired during that Super Bowl was the one about Anthony Lynn meeting the rescue workers or whatever that saved his life. Outside of that, there was not one good redeeming quality. And even that. And didn't you guys notice that all the commercials in this Super Bowl were touching, were moving, telling men it was all either here's your average Super Bowl commercial this year. Okay, if it's not about women overcoming the odds, there's a terrible pick by LeBron James. Come on, LeBron. It's not about women overcoming the odds. It was just some sort of sad, motivational, dark doom and gloom. There wasn't one funny commercial the whole year. I was disgusted. And then the play was even worse. We're at my buddy's house. We're trying to think maybe the game will pick it up in the second half. Clearly, the great Sean McVay would have these halftime adjustments that's going to be able to wow everyone, show everyone that he is as good of a coach as they say he is. And it was just more the same. Check downs. Both these teams played not to lose. I was kind of surprised that the Patriots did that. The only time the Patriots, in my opinion, made a smart decision was at the end of the game when they were are they going to do a QB sneak in 4th and inches, or are they going to kick it with Gostowski and pretty much win the game? And it looked like for a little bit the Patriots were going to go for it, but luckily, Bill Belichick proved why he's not a terrible coach. Actually, we're going to come in here and try to win it because we don't want Brady to force this to overtime because I'm about done giving you my thoughts on the worst Super Bowl of all time. That's one of the best all time. They don't overthink things. They made it look like they were going to overthink things, but ultimately they did not. And there we go. Just like that, spoiler alert, the Rams would have won the Super Bowl if they had LeBron James in at quarterback and not, you know, the great Jared Goff. But that was a terrible, terrible playoff game. That was probably, like, that was debatably the worst primetime game all season long, and it came in the Super Bowl. The good news is, I mean, obviously, Patriot fans, if you deal with them gloating, you're going to deal with them gloating either way. But I don't think there's going to be too many Patriot fans really bragging about that game because that was just a terrible performance. And I think my leading argument, I guess, to summarize this game is the Rams defense that has all those big names that's been so inconsistent all year long. They held Tom Brady to 13 points. And the great Sean McVay could not muster up a touchdown. He couldn't muster up. They barely crossed midfield. Like, they choked it. They had it, and they choked it, and now, you know, the football overlords. I guess it does make the Philadelphia Eagles win last year look that much better because we were able to beat Brady and Belichick, and for all intents and purposes, we could be the last team to beat the great Brady and Belichick in the Super Bowl. But I don't know. I honestly think the only thing worse than that Super Bowl are the Saint fans saying that they should have been there. Oh, my God. Get over it. Guys are like that clingy ex. Jesus. Most cringe. I thought the Minnesota Vikings, after the Eagles beat them last year and they were upset that our fans were mean, was the most salty, toxic, cringy fan base of all time. Without a doubt, the Saints have overtaken that this year. God, move on. Just move on. And I guess the good news, the best thing about that game was when it was over. And now we can look forward to draft season. There's going to be a lot of draft content on the channel. So I guess that being said, guys, let me know what you thought about the Super Bowl. I literally thought all around it was the worst Super Bowl of all time. The commercial sucked. Halftime show sucked. Game, the most important thing, was terrible. I mean, we get to see Michelle and Edelman had good games. Other than that, though, it was really, really bad. Yeah, excited to do some new content coming tomorrow on Monday. And if it's your first time stopping by, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys have a couple more drinks. Drive safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Subscribe. Right? I said that? Okay, bye.